Dick Johnson.
He's turned sideways. No idea who hit him.
Watch. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Now, there's no doubt about that. That was a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it? Now let's see if we can see whack DJ up there.
Oh, now someone hit
DJ up the backside. And then your guess is as good as mine.
But how lucky was he? Look at those cars. They're coming through at well over 100 kilometres an hour. And Johnson.
Watch.
And look who's directly behind him. See who it is.
No, it's Tony Longhurst.
Tony Longhurst from the left there. Collided with Dick Johnson. McLean did a brilliant job to avoid contact there.
Well, that was a graphic indication of the impact there. You can see Dick Johnson.
Poor old JB nearly got involved in it as well.
In the Northern Territory, away we go, and Bright gets the jump this time. A terrific start by the Pertec Ford driver on the outside. They're all away cleanly. Ingle has been swamped. Oh, there's contact there between Lowndes and Ingle, and now Ingle moves back over again. And on the inside, it's Garth Tander. He pushes his way through, and there's contact. Lowndes and hits, and there's a, massive contact in the first turn.
Oh, goodness me. You can see it. Oh, Lowndes in there, Seaton in there too. What a dramatic shot.
Various in-car angles show us just what went wrong in Darwin in 1999.
Jason Bright.
Well, Bright repeating what he did earlier. He got away to a terrific start in the original start. It's three abreast. Oh, squeezed again! Oh, can you believe it? Now Bright smashed into the wall.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate there for Jason Bright. It's a squeeze job again. Mind you, at least he's got away, but it's...
Jason Bright was left with nowhere to go at Calder Park in '99.
Lowndes will be looking to get a dynamite start. Green light, we're away. Seaton gets off sideways. It looked like Lowndes has got the start, and indeed he has. So the motor
go!
That's Faulkner's in that one. John Faulkner has been hit. There's been a big collision. Jason Bargwanna is in it as well.
Oh, that's stopped for sure.
Wow.
That is a major.
And can you believe it? Paul Romano, it's a red flag situation. Bargwanna, Faulkner and Romano, there's more in it as well. That's Donaher and Danny Osborne and Greg Crick and Mark Larkham.
Oh,
no, it's Jason Bright, the Pertec Falcon of Bright. Here it is from one angle, and
Oh, look, you see over on the right-hand side, it looks like Faulkner.
Yeah.
You can't say who started. Maybe Faulkner got a punt up the backside, and that's Stephen Ellery there, right here with the Konica car.
look at the front of Greg Crick's Commodore.
And this is the real danger because the guys off the back are full throttle charging up toward this block track.
And you just can't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it all happens just coming out the previous right-hander. Obviously, someone got a touch. Oh, dear. Just shows how you can get involved as an innocent party, doesn't it? Yeah, they couldn't really... Oh, look at this. Oh, dear me.
Well, there you go. Crunch City, Carnage Central.
Yeah, I'm just looking now. Oh! Whoa! Dear me, that's...
Trying to cut it a bit forward.
Well, just trying to get in, stay right in nice and close and get a decent line. Now watch here on the right-hand side. Oh, that was a major impact.
He's lucky he kept it off the wall too.
Yeah.
Lucky not to roll it.
Skate will get across the second, but look at this drag right there.
Oh, no!
The
Love gets third.
contact between Russell Ingall and Mike Emery. Goodness me.
Look at this. That could have been really seriously nasty. That was
Collision between.
Oh, no! Look, it's Larry.
Oh,
Wow!
That caught
close
Larry
was
by
that?
surprise.
Yeah. Well, it's not the sort of thing you expect to see park sideways.
not at all.
That's he's coming over on Ingall.
oh goodness.
Hard to tell there.
Now watch this. Look, there's a marshal post there.
Now watch Larry Perkins. When he arrives on the scene, I
But
don't
you
know how he
also watch
avoided it.
Radicic. Now look, there's Radicic there.
Some great evasive action by some of them. This is another look at it from front on.
Crunch. Marshall.
Now, Mike Emery was
that
very,
was.
very
You've got
lucky.
to hand it to Radicic there. That was really.
Watch Larry, watch
I know.
Larry. Look at
Larry
this.
hasn't seen. There
Larry.
he's seen.
Oh! He must have been looking in his rearview mirror or
Well,
something at the
just-
time. He was just so close to driving into the side of that car at full tilt.
Now look here.
Boy, oh boy. Another angle from the rear. That's difficult to pick that one. I'm not sure. There he is, right in behind Murphy. There's Seaton.
Round goes Richards. Was that look at the escape touching there? I couldn't really see. It looked like he did.
Plenty of damage on the front of Scaife's car. It's looking out of Radicic's car.
Oh, it looked like Radicic tap up
There
the
we go.
bum
Concertina.
to Scaife. Oh, and that's where he caught the.
So
it was Paul that ran up the back of Scaife, and then Scaife ran into.
And then bang.
Yeah. Oh. JB taking a void in action.
The car in front of the Putic Falcon moving around under brakes as late as he possibly can onto the straight, using all the track over the curb. You can see Glenn up to fifth gear now, the light flashing on the dash. Oh, he's gone down the inside. This is going to be painful. That was going to end in tears. Oh, and Bridie's going to get stuck. He can get out of there, can he? Oh,
Goodness me,
Rod Nash.
Russell Ingall. Oh, no, Neil Cruncher. Oh, Neil. There's a spin by 7th, Stephen Richards. Oh, he just plants the top. Oh, okay. And Longhurst is right there with him. Oh, escape.
That's really.
Rob Hoff is gone. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Saw him, we saw
Colour Scan Falcon.
That's gone big time. That is right near our lead pack. They have been lucky to escape. Osborne just crunching the front of the Colour Scan Falcon.
Osborne, look at this. Lounge switches, yep.
Well, yeah, it is contact.
He's clipped the back of the Colour Scan Ford, and look at it ricocheting off the concrete walls at something like 200 kilometres an hour.
Into that top 10. It's...
Oh, wow. That's aqua. Oh, look at that. That's,
Goodness me.
you know,
Did you
somebody.
see how hard he
It
hit
looked
the
like
ball?
somebody else.
Well, we'll have to look at that on the replay. The car
That
could
was
have
aquaplane. That
could
was
have aquaplaned, or he's got hit by someone else.
No, well, didn't see the beginning of it, but you saw the back end of it come out, Mar, and it's to me it looked like aquaplane.
Wow. Jason Bargwanna, you can see him getting out of the car. He would be absolutely disgusted, but he was a passenger in that one.
I was just about to pull top gear and the back just stepped out and I must have hit a puddle or something. I didn't even see it.
Frightening accident. What were you thinking when you're going through that?
I just don't hit anything, but I could see the fence coming up and I knew it was going to hit something. So I tried everything I knew to try and to stop it, to avoid it, and whatever. But once it hit the wet grass, it was just, hang on and wait for it to hit something.
It looked like Tandor.
Oh,
look at
my
this.
Conway. That's a big crash. In fact, I suggest that's almost
that.
not quite a rollover by the looks of it, but he's gone in heavily to the bank.
Front and back.
It is the car they call Elvis. It's had more hits.
Oh, look at the back end of that
It's
thing.
had so many hits, that car. It's a very, very old car. It's one of Dick Johnson's original EB Falcons.
Near the hay shed there.
He'd come to grief here.
Oh, look at that. He's just got...
Oh!
Oh, whoa, look at that.
Goodness.
That was a massive... It's very, very quick through there.
Yeah, that's up toward the hay shed, up toward Lukey Heights.
It's
Exactly
just-
the place where John Bow came on.
It
Poor
was-
old Mike Conway, he's taken a bit of a hit. Maybe he's okay, looks like he's all right. That looked like a
Goodness
big
me.
crash.
That's really knocked the wind out of it, hasn't it?
150, 160 kilometres an hour coming out of that turn, and he looks like he's gone head on into that concrete.
You can see Craig there moving around inside the cockpit of the Pertec Ford. He's okay by the looks of things, but that car's sustained a lot of damage. What a rotten weekend it has been for the 29-year-old Kiwi.
Yep, it's been very disappointing.
You know, JB's been hitting the back of people all year, so he's finally put one on the wall decently.
Once again, up over the curves. Look at that. Look how much air he gets under the car.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
looks as if there's a bit of balance, too much brake on the back, and he just locked the back end up.
I wonder what happened to the Castrol
Balance,
thing. Look at this.
I don't know.
John has obviously realised there was something wrong with Larry's car, and possibly with a bit too much brake bias to the rear or something.
Yeah, that's Russell's car. I don't know. There's obviously a problem there with Russell's thing. We don't know, but that's sad for John Faulkner. That's just a racing accident. That is, it's nobody's fault.
There was a sniff of an opportunity.
Yes,
I don't actually know that there was contact between the two of them. There's no mark on the front left of that Valvoline Cummins Commodore. It would seem to me that when he's gotten up on that curb on the inside with that front right, it's unsettled the car and possibly spun it.
Garth probably saw the door was open, went for the gap, the door shut.
Paul Romano crunching the wall big time.
Goodness me. See how hard he hit the wall. He went for a second taste on the other side too. John Faulkner. Boy, is that guy lucky. He was trying to pick his way from the back after problems in practice. He's been caught up in that accident. Look, he's ripped the wheel off. Paul Romano's gone for an absolutely wild ride. Let's check this out from another angle. It's a bit later on in the crash. Not sure why he broke loose there.
Now that's Romano's wheel that goes flying. In a second, you watch out to the right-hand side of the car if we get to look at it. Now Faulkner's car, that looks to be just superficial damage.
Lead stick turn. This is a look at it. Look at this. Clouts the wall and then bang.
Gee, doesn't happen quickly. Let's have a look on the Shell Helix replay.
Oh, up onto two wheels and bang into the tyre wall.
He's done that all by himself. Crunch. So the two Castrol Commodores going out through driver error. Wow, drama upon drama. We're trying to keep up with this. Russell Ingall, he will be a shattered man. That car was going very quickly in qualifying.
Just goes out of, oh, he's lost it coming on the main straight. That direction is not looking good.
You're a passenger from there, aren't you?
Well, that is hurt. That's probably one of the biggest fears of a driver is to have a sudden stop at these speeds, and unfortunately, that's what's happened.
Well, considering the result from Gary Quartley's accident, he was lucky that one didn't catch on fire too, because he went in boot first.
Well, he was, and actually very, very lucky that looks like they're slowing all up. It's very lucky that the actual car didn't end up on its roof. It went up high in the air and luckily came down all on its wheels.
As they work their way up toward the hay shed. Oh, there's been a huge crash back there.
Now that's Gary Quartley in the Gearbox Motorsport Commodore. This is a car he's sharing with Neil Shembry.
Holy moly, what a crash.
That is quick.
Now that's possibly, we can't quite see from our position here just how that started.
They're going to have to, I was going to say they're going to have to red flag the race. Let's have a look at that on the replay. I'm not sure if we pick up the first part of the accident, but Craig, talk us through that.
Wow, that's just coming out of Siberia. It's just unbelievable. It's just gone up in a massive ball of flame. I've never seen a colour that erupt so quick.
they break really hard. The turn one is protected in two. Larkham and Bowgum. Is here today in Hidden Valley. Will have turn one. Noski's gone around. Oh, and Radicic has hit the back of his side. Is he going to have a go on the brakes? Oh, a little bit of a tap. And it's gone. Oh, he keeps the boot into it. Holds it on the...
David Brabham got into a high-speed spin at one of the fastest parts of Bathurst in 1999.
Another incident. Pow! Wayne Wakefield teaming up with Ryan McLeod. Huge disappointment for the Privateers. Two of the stars of the Konica Series this year. But that is not the way they wanted to end it.
Qualifying can also have its share of dramas, as Greg Murphy found out in '97.
And the attrition rate has eased just a little bit, so... Dominic Cotter. Major lose up the top there. And that looks terminal.
Stepped right offline there.
Saw Peter Brock suffer similar fate back in 1994. Had a big crash up at this part of the track.
They're running in 26th position, and Peter Doolman is actually at the wheel of that car.
Look at the damage. John Bow in the Caterpillar Ford threading through the traffic. Oh, Crompton gets squeezed on the curb. As he tries to find a way inside the big cab Commodore. He's managed to do it, I think, without any damage, but Scaife goes with him. Crompton like a barge pole through the traffic. Look at Neil, he's finding back on the inside. I don't believe it.
Oh, can you believe it? Oh, no, Mark Scaife managed to hang on to it. Neil Crompton's gone.
Is the car right?
The whole front of the car has been taken off. Can you believe that? Oh, we've got a tyre rubbing here on the Holden Racing Team Commodore. Can you believe this?
It's a drag race up pit straight for the run to hell corner, and you can see Scaife coming with him. Crompton pulls across.
Well, what on earth was Matt Neal doing, making a desperate dive under brakes?
A bold late braking manoeuvre.
It's way out of contention for these cars, and he's just set off a massive accident. Matt Neal, 18th position, some 3 laps behind the race leaders. And look at this, it's crazy stuff. What on earth was he thinking?
Look at Tander, he too copped a little bit of contact there as Mark Scaife tried to take evasive action, and Neil Crompton is actually now parked on the side of the circuit there.
I just cannot believe the bad luck that this Neil Crompton has in motorsport. Can you believe it? Look at this Matt Neal. I cannot believe, what was he doing?
Oh, this is the sort of thing that can decide championships. That could have been the end of the day for both Mark Scaife and Garth Tander.
This is an absolute thriller. Paul Radisich is really digging deep now at the critical time of the day. He's made contact with the Team New Zealand car. Can you believe that?
Kiwi against Kiwi.
Sets him up. Gives the car in front plenty of chance to see him. Ducks down the inside. And then the black car just comes right over on Radisich. Boom.
I think he honestly thought that Angus was letting him through there. So Kiwi against Kiwi, and the all black car comes off second best. The Rat on the attack.
Well, the big question now is was that a hard enough impact to damage the steering?
In 1999, the action in the pits just got a little too hectic for Jason Bright's crew. Jason Bargwanna found out how unforgiving the mountain can be in '97.
Oh, goodness me. Just as we're running with the leaderboard, and that looks like a major engine failure. for our race leader, Wayne Gardner, in the Donut King Coca-Cola Commodore. Look at the smoke belching from the exhaust. Wayne Gardner throws the arms. Oh, now he's dropped a ton of oil, and I think it's the Mitre 10 Ford. Goodness me. He's dropped a whole lot of oil on the road, and other cars are getting caught out. There's the Mitre 10 Falcon. You could hear those tyres squealing as he slid towards Gardner. Now Gardner's copped not only a blown engine, but a lot of body damage. That's Forrest Elbow. 3 cars involved there. Melrose, yeah, the privateer.
If they have the safety car out. Oh,
he's not a happy chappy. Oh, he wants to rip into John Briggs too. Wayne Gardner, you can never accuse him of not showing his emotions on his sleeve. He just wanted to tear strips off Briggs. Oh, Jack Johnson. Oh, the wheels come off. Wow.
That's in pit lane, so it happened in the right spot.
I was going to say maybe they had a struggle. Good consistent run yesterday. Oh, look at the background there. Marshall ducking out to try and fix some of that debris. Oh, he's gone over too. Gee, that's a dangerous situation, isn't it?
Game doing that, aren't you?
The pits are closed under a caution car period.
Wheels come off.
That's Rodney Ford's.
Rodney Ford's wheels.
Now that is a costly mistake there. And we also hear from the pits too that Brad Jones has actually gotten out ahead of Garth Tander.
Escape from the outside, will he enforce and get a good jump? Away we go, and Lowndes bombs him down. Look through the middle, it's rather bright, yeah. And Stephen Richards, the outside.
Oh, that was a bright
Oh, look at this.
Look at that, that's
He's gone over the HRC car. Craig Lowndes. Oh my goodness
God,
me.
that's a nasty.
Craig Lowndes, car 1, our championship leader. You could see there was a contact there between 2 cars. It set off a chain reaction. And our championship leader, Craig Lowndes, one of the wins cars. Stephen Richards, boy, oh boy.
What they want to do is get over there and just make sure that thing, they've got all these fire extinguishers and everything, because if that thing catches fire, that's really very nasty.
Look at the drivers running. Yeah. Garth Tander is there, Greg Murphy. All these guys are friends. Crompton in there, they're all concerned for their fellow competitors' safety and welfare. They are all rushing in there to his aid. And that is exactly the same position we saw the Formula Ford crash yesterday.
Identical, absolutely
look at the bank. The dirt marks there are where the Formula Ford went in.
Now look, that's the Marshalls doing a really good job there, because the frightening thing, the thing they've got to be so careful of is to make sure there's no fire.
Well,
I'll
tell you what, these are tough old cars. They build these mobile Holden racing team cars like Sherman tanks, massive roll bar structures in them, safety systems. So hopefully Lowndes should be okay.
What a frightening sequence of events.
Right, this is on board with John Bow. I think it was somebody who touched Tander. If I've been watching the middle there. Right, yeah, you see, it's Russell goes into Tander. That goes sideways, and that is Crompton, isn't it? And then that was completely separate.
That was totally separate.
Yeah, totally separate thing at the front.
And there is Craig spinning off to the left.
Look, that's frightening.
Here it is from the top angle.
Now you see Craig is down there on the left. That's the touch there, right? That's the touch where...
That's Stephen Richards who...
Oh, it's Stephen Richards, is it? Sorry, I thought it was Garth Tander.
Yeah, the white car in the middle was the Wins car, but Stephen was obviously offline whether he...
That's frightening. Now, look, watch this, where it touches the curb. It's identically the same thing as happened yesterday. And just, you know, now...
Now that car has left the track at close to 200 kilometres an hour, you would say.
That is very, very, very nasty. I mean, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope that Craig's all right.
Well, these cars are built extremely strong. and they are very, very well put together. This was a brand new race car.
Right, now let's try it. Now you see the touch there was from Stephen Richards. You know, I thought it was Gartner, Stephen Richards, and the touch makes Craig's car pick up the left-hand rear, and then you'll see. See what happens. Stephen gets knocked in. All right, let's have a look there. See, it's the bang from Stephen that lifts Craig's left-hand rear off, and it's just totally out of control there.
Incredibly, Lowndes escaped with only an injured knee. Teammate Mark Scaife saw all the drama unfold.
I was in front of him. I was in front. Yeah, okay. He was going down the car, so just all right. Like they were all jostling, and Sander was there, and he got hit, and all of a sudden I saw a car turn over, but that's him, but I couldn't tell it was him.
Lowndes was sidelined for the next round in Tasmania, but still managed to win the championship.
Welcome back to the Clipsal 500 in Adelaide, where Craig Lowndes is hotly pursuing. Oh, this is Brad Jones!
That's a big rollover. Speed stick turn on the exit of Adelaide Straight, heading for Brabham Straight. Goodness me.
Hasn't that corner claimed some cars today?
Well, obviously, Brad was pretty committed to the corner, and it was on the slide before it got to the tyres, and all it did with the tyres was turn it over and tripped it over. So when they're 1,350 kilo, you can see it on the slide. So it's sliding already. He's committed himself. I mean, he's way too quick for that. So when he's already going to have a fair slide, the tyres are obviously there, but the curb is also the thing there that does trip the car. So it's not very nice.
Poor old Brad Jones. Hasn't this been a rough introduction to the V8 supercar ranks for him in terms of a full championship assault?
The driver's compartment of the car did hold up to that very well. I mean, when you looked at it turned over, it had hardly broken the screen. So
pretty shattering moment for Brad Jones. He's having a tough season.
Doesn't that picture tell the story? Let's have a closer look at it again.
Goodness me. It's incredible, isn't it, Scapey, when you see these things, they look all very smooth and controllable. Once they get out of control, don't they do some damage?
The chase claimed yet another victim. This time it's 1997 and Thomas Mazira.
Morris and Mark Larkham. Oh, whoa, wow.
I hope he gets out of that in a hurry.
Yes, he's out of it.
Goodness me.
Well, they'll have to stop this.
Did you see the speed of that impact?
Look at it's going over to Paul Morris
gets out of the car okay here.
Whoa, that's going to go
no,
bang.
there's fuel everywhere. Larkham's out of the car. I hope Paul Morris got out.
Well, I don't think he did yet.
Oh, goodness me. I hope the fire marshals get on the scene there quickly.
I think
Here
Paul's
they are.
still in. Yeah, he's out.
Well,
He's out. Oof.
good work of the fire marshals. They're in there within seconds, but did you see that fuel trail?
And Paul's struggling there. He's not well.
Well, he got a major hit up the back.
Oh, yeah, and
Mark Larkham hit him at full tilt. Did you see the impact there?
Massive.
Boy, what a scary moment in the Shell Championship Series. Boy, oh boy, it happens in seconds, doesn't it?
Now the medicos are out there. They're taking a look at.
Did you see the fuel tracking?
Well, that was the rupture.
Yeah,
the rear fuel cell. They've got an aircraft quality bladder inside those fuel tanks, but boy, there's only so much impact that a fuel cell like that can take. And you can see Mark Larkham just drilled the back of that car. It's still on fire. There's still fuel leaking there. But there was an enormous explosion of unburnt fuel when Larkham speared into the back of Morris's car. It went all over the track.
I wonder what the catalyst was that set all that off.
That's still on fire.
Let's just hope Paul Morris is okay. He's lying down there. Look at the damage. Goodness gracious me.
Look, the impact of that.
Mitre 10 team worked so hard on this car, and this is not what they wanted.
Now let's have a look further back. Look at this.
Oh, yes.
Perkins stalled.
Oh, look, then that's...
So Larry got stuck. Paul's driven to the back. Look at Larkham.
Oh, God.
And Paul has just sprayed a fuel trail right across the track. And look at the flames start to follow this fuel line along. Look at this. One bit ignites another bit. Look at it. Look at it moving now.
Incredible.
And then it actually reaches Morris's car up into the fuel tank and gets the rest of it. Well, we have got to really praise both the quick action of the fire marshals and the incredible strength and build integrity of the modern V8 supercar. Despite an enormous impact like that, both drivers escaping. What a miracle they both got out. Let's have a look at this again.
Have a look at this here.
Oh, look at the speed that Mark's going when he hits, because he just wouldn't see it.
Now, in fairness to Larkham, yeah, he was travelling in behind, I think it was Stephen Ellery, and his vision would have been quite sort of obscured, quite hard for him to see Morris in front of him.
Look at that fuel trail that's come out of the ruptured fuel tank of Morris's car. Look at this flame. Frightening stuff. Look, it makes its way toward the big Kev Commodore. Larkham and Paul Morris miraculously walking away from the cars under their own strength. Well, that's a tragedy, but I'll tell you what, you've got to be grateful for small miracles.
Both Mark Larkham and Paul Morris were taken to hospital by helicopter. Thankfully, neither sustained any permanent damage. A shocking reminder of just how dangerous motor racing can be.